Did you know that Rolls-Royces are cars made for lifetimes, with about 3/4 of them produced are still on the roads today? Well, there's no surprise, they are very expensive. Random car facts and statistics that you will be able to use with your family and friends, be able to impress them with such boring knowledge, I guarantee they will love it. From the wonderfully obvious to the wonderfully unknown statistics, these are some stunning facts. And more than anything, a bit of entertainment on a Saturday night, I've got you. Please enjoy this Cars with Ben production, and if you don't know me, I make car content. Maybe not so random, but the world's first car was developed by Carl Benz, which is actually the Benz patent motor wagon. Not very many people know about it, but really everyone should know about it because it is the first car. The first self-propelled vehicle was called the Cugnot, which was developed in 1769. It was a steam-powered tricycle, and that's about as much as I can tell you. Did you know that there's an estimated 1.2 billion cars in the world today, which is a lot considering in 1986, 500 million cars were on the planet. The Toyota Corolla is the world's best-selling car, but did you know the Corolla is sold in over 150 countries and regions, and probably more at this point, with one Corolla sold every 15 seconds since its launch in 1966, which has sold around 44.1 million of them. So yes, the Corolla is definitely reliable. I should know, I own a Toyota. Denmark is a dangerous place to buy a car because they add 150% collection tax on all new car purchases, so I don't know why anyone would buy a car in Denmark. According to Cars.com, the Ferrari 458 Spider, one of the most popular Ferraris in recent 10 years, has become the most accident-prone car in the world, probably because supercar owners just don't know how to drive it. Oh, that is a rough crash. Honestly, I don't know how people can crash a supercar and sleep that same night. That is crazy. Speaking of Ferrari, did you know that Ferrari only makes 14 cars a day, according to the automotive giant Toyota, that they only make 13,000 units a day? Shocking, isn't it? The first Japanese car ever sold in the UK was a Daihatsu Compango. I don't know if I said that right, but it sounds and looks cool. The designer of the Volvo C30 had a random photo shoot with loads of pictures of the tail light, and I just don't know why. But hey, I actually like the C30, he did a good job of it. Surely that's going to be one of the best things in car history or the automotive world. The fact that someone had a photo shoot with a tail light. Name another brand that has done that. The last car ever produced with a cassette player was indeed the Ford Crown Victoria back in 2011, which really should still be a standard thing. Saying that, who actually listens to a cassette player? A common one, but the highest mileage car on the planet is reportedly the Volvo 1800S, which has been driven over 3 million miles by a guy called Irving Gordon. The most people ever to fit in a smart car is 19, not very smart or comfortable, but a smart car is pretty cool if you ask me. Can someone please tell me why I now want to own a smart car? I've always found them very fascinating. The largest collection of cars in the world is 7,000, owned by the Sultan of Brunei, well famous for owning this many cars, and is an extremely crazy collection because even for me, this is too many. Ferrari only manufactures 14 cars a day, which is crazy compared to Toyota's 13,000. Clearly they need to make more. Did you know that VW makes more sausages than cars in the world? No, this is absolutely not a joke. They actually do sell sausages, and I guess they must be good. Has anyone actually tried a Volkswagen sausage?
Seriously, what the fuck are you doing?
Peugeot's long history in motorsport is very, very valid. They've actually been competing in motorsport since 1913, and they entered a 6.5-hour race, which won by a 13-minute margin. That's some impressive stuff. Speaking of Peugeot, did you know that they actually make cutlery? Yes, that was a weird one to me too. In the 1980s, Kia was not allowed to make cars for 5 years. This is because someone in the South Korean military decided there was a martial law where he ruled against any firms creating anything. As a result, he had a firm grip on the car industry and told Kia he should only build light commercial vehicles. But in 1986, there was a relaxation of the rules through a tie-up with Ford. Back in 2007, Skoda announced that for every model of car sold, they would plant a tree.
Starting in 2007, for every car sold, Skoda Auto plants one tree.
In 2021, they celebrated the millionth tree. Did you know that Renault tried to release a car in America? It was called the Renault 9, and it was a topless convertible built from Renault Wisconsin cars. It was a high-performance GTA badge model from the 1987 era, and it didn't sell that well. Can you imagine a world where French cars were sold in America? It just doesn't seem to go. Back to Peugeot, did you know they actually created the Porsche 911? Yes, that's absolutely true. They built the Porsche's replacement for the 356, which was to be called the 901. However, Porsche protested and said it only would include cold launch cars with a 3-digit name or number. The Jensen Interceptor holds the honour of being the first ever car to be fitted with a courtesy delay in its interior lighting. It stayed on after the door was closed. The Lexus SC430 was the first car to feature illuminated sill plates. Jeremy Clarkson actually called the SC430 one of the worst cars in the world. The most expensive car in the world is not the Ferrari 250 GTO, it's actually the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Coupe. And in 2022, someone paid an eye-watering $114 million. A lot of people don't know this, but the Volkswagen Golf Mark 1 was made up until 2009. I'll repeat that. The Mark 1 was made up until 2009, specifically in South Africa, where it has enjoyed long continued success. Rotary and Japanese often go well, but rotary and French do not often go together. Citroën made the Commodore back in 1960s, and it came with a rotary engine. Derived from the AMI 8, just 267 of these were built, but mostly they were scrapped. Think of it like a larger DS. I will leave you with a very sad point on car trivia. Typical car spends 95% of its life parked up. Can you believe that? You would think that most people spend time in their car, right? But only 5% of the time it actually gets used, which just seems weird. I'm going to assume that's probably a bit less for me because I drive quite a lot. So there you go. If you're thinking about buying an expensive car, just remember it's parked up for that much time. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do like the content, as always, don't forget to subscribe.